All right, welcome back to another episode of Life on the App. This is episode 111, 111, so quite the milestone.
I know.
Welcome to our friend Carrie Ratz. So excited to have you.
Thank you.
Yes, I feel like this is long overdue. I've known you for over a year now.
Yeah.
So super excited to have you on. I slid in her DMs a couple weeks ago, and now here we are. So Carrie is the owner of SweatHouz in North Wilmington.
Yep.
I'm going to quick get into your bio, tell the world all about you. So today we're joined by Carrie Ratz, owner of SweatHouz in North Wilmington, Delaware's first contrast therapy studio. SweatHouz is a modern wellness space that combines infrared saunas, cold plunge tubs, and vitamin C showers in private spa-like suites, giving people the chance to recover, recharge, and feel their best. Before opening, Carrie spent 15 years as a CPA in the financial services industry. She and her husband, Peter, became passionate about cold plunging and recovery, and after connecting with the SweatHouz team, Carrie decided to bring the concept to North Wilmington. Now a mom of 3, she has created a space that helps busy people like herself slow down, prioritize self-care, and invest in their health. Her studio has quickly become the go-to destination for anyone looking to boost immunity, improve their sleep, support heart health, and enhance overall wellness. She's not stopping there. Carrie has plans to open a second location in Media, Pennsylvania later this year. We're excited to talk with her today about her journey from finance to wellness, the science behind contrast therapy, and how recovery practices can help us live healthier, more balanced lives. So welcome.
Thank you. That was great.
ChatGPT. Patrick always makes fun of me because I say the letters wrong. So sorry, chat. We'll say thank you, chat. So welcome, Carrie.
Thank you.
So excited to have you. So from your perspective, how did you get here?
So I think you kind of touched on it a little bit, but I was in the financial services world for a long time.
15 years.
Started my career as a CPA and kind of doing banking, accounting, finance stuff. And I reached a point in my career and doing what I was doing where I just was no longer passionate about it.
Yeah.
I felt burnt out. I felt like I don't want to do this and be a mom. And it was just too much. Mm-hmm. So I started thinking, what else can I do? What else is out there? And I brainstormed for a long time, probably a year or two, kind of figuring out what my next step would be. And then kind of simultaneously, my husband actually made a cold plunge in our garage.
Nice.
Yeah. So he went to like the Home Depot or Lowe's or one of those places, and he got this, I don't know, it looked like a giant Rubbermaid.
Okay.
Like a giant Rubbermaid that would hold like a grown sized man.
Yeah.
And he put it in our garage, he filled it up with ice water, and that was his new cold plunge.
How long ago was this?
This was like 2023. So
before it was big.
Before it was big.
Right.
Yeah. But he was just being in the military and being in law enforcement, just was really sore and had a lot of, physical ailments, and just feeling like he wasn't recovering in the same way. Mm-hmm. So he got this and got into it, and then I tried it. And I remember the first time I did it, I had to go to New York for the day for some meetings, and I was going to go get on the train. It was like 5:30 in the morning. I was like, I need to wake up.
Yeah.
Peter, my husband, was like, why don't you just try the plunge?
Right. Here's your chance.
So I did it. And honestly, it just changed the trajectory of my day.
Wow.
It was like, I like to say it's like coffee without the caffeine.
Yeah.
It was so good. I felt so like uplifted, ready for the day. And then I was hooked after that.
You're obsessed.
So,
How long was your first one? How long did you do it for?
My husband told me to do 3 to 4 minutes, so I had to do 6, of course, just so you know.
So you guys are competitive.
A little bit.
Love that. 6 minutes for your first one?
Yeah.
That's impressive. Did you go shoulders, everything, all the way down?
Everything, yep. Mm-hmm.
For a first time, that's pretty amazing because I feel like most people are like 30 seconds,
30
maybe 1 minute.
30 seconds is great though. Like
you
we have
start.
a lot of people. Yeah. I always say it's like running a marathon. Like you don't go out on your first day running and run a marathon. You got to like work up to it.
Right.
But yeah, so that's kind of how we started it. I got super into it. And then kind of thought, well, how can I combine these two things? It's like me trying to do something different. And I really have this passion and want to share it with people. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what we did. I did some research and I found that it's team at SweatHouz down in Atlanta, called them up, had a great conversation. They flew Peter and I down and we talked about how we could bring this to North Wilmington. And
so cool.
Here we are. We officially opened up on March 31st.
Wow.
So it's been about 6 months now.
Wow, that's crazy. So like at what point were you like, all right, I want to partner with someone, or because I'm also in real estate, so I've seen other uses similar to this in the market, touring people that want to start their own, people that are like, I'm going to do this out of my salon. Like, what made you partner with those guys?
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, so it seems legit.
Yeah. Jamie Weeks, he is the founder of SweatHouz. He was the largest Orange Theory franchisee. I think at one point he had like 140 Orange Theory franchises. He's also a super large Dogtopia franchisee, so he knows how it works. And I just, having never done it before, I felt it might be biting off a little bit more than I can chew to do it on my own. So I had them, and they've been a phenomenal partner.
That's awesome.
And they've been there to answer any questions that I have along the way, hold my hand through some things. And so I'm glad I went this route instead of kind of, just trying to figure it out on my own.
So what, from your perspective, like, let's go someone who's never heard of this, never heard of you, like, what exactly do you do in your space?
So what we do, we've got 10 private luxury suites. Each one has an infrared sauna, a cold plunge, and a vitamin C shower.
Okay.
Plus there's full entertainment in there. So you can watch TV, listen to music, just meditate and hang out. But you come in and you have that suite for an hour, and you can use all the amenities. It's all of our suites can hold 2. We have one that's much larger and can hold up to 4. But it's your time to kind of, recover and reset. And yeah.
Love it. So who's your main type of person that comes in there?
That's the interesting thing. So when I started, I thought it would be a lot of people like men and women in like their 20s, early 30s, looking for that kind of, physical recovery.
Yeah. Like the CrossFit athlete.
Exactly. And that's kind of why we chose, we can get into this later, why I chose the location that we did. But what I've learned and what I've seen is that the total addressable market for this stuff is huge, right? No one looks the same when they come into SweatHouz. We have people of all ages, all backgrounds, and it's really, really great to see how so many different types of people are benefiting from this.
Wow. Is it membership based or is it like per session? How does that work?
We do both. Cool. So we're primarily membership based, but we do offer packs and you can do drop-in sessions as well.
Nice. So you go online and in advance and like book your hour.
Yep.
How often do people come in? Like, say I have a membership. Are we there every day?
We have people that come every single day. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
So we have in the back too, we have a beauty bar.
Okay.
And in the beauty bar, we've got like all the Dyson hair tools and things like that. So a lot of people have like booked that first hour in the morning.
Which is what time?
On weekdays, it's 7 a.m.
Nice.
So they'll come in like 7 to 8.
They'll start their day with you. And then get their hair and makeup done.
Get ready and go off to work. So we have a lot of those folks. Yeah.
So they might work out at 6. They come into you at 7.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's just like their morning routine. Mm-hmm. Holy smokes. That's so crazy. So what types of benefits are people getting from this?
There's a ton. So if you think about, sauna in particular, when your body is exposed to heat, there's something called vasodilation, and that's like your blood vessels expanding, and that causes the blood to be able to redistribute throughout your body, which is great for inflammation, for recovery. Your body also produces heat shock proteins, and those can help kind of repair muscle and build new muscle. So there's those benefits, the mental health benefits, the reduction in cortisol, increase in dopamine, the cardiovascular benefits. It's really, really good for your heart. It's actually equivalent to like a zone 2 workout. So I'll wear my watch in there and just see how many calories. Yeah. And I burn hundreds of calories in a 40-minute session.
Crazy.
So it's great. And just like the detoxification, right? Like the things in our environment now are so bad, and just being able to sweat all of that out improves your immune system, and it's really good overall.
So when you go in for a session yourself, like how much time are you spending per item? Are we jumping? Is it like 20 minutes, 20 minutes? Like how are you doing?
Everyone does it a little bit different. And I like to just do like one and done. Okay. So I'll do like a 30 to 40 minute sauna session and then like a 5-minute plunge. That's kind of my thing. Some people do like 20 minutes in the sauna, 2 or 3 minutes in the plunge, 20 minutes in the sauna, 2 or 3 minutes in the plunge. But what you want to aim for in the course of a week is you want to get 90 minutes of sauna or heat exposure, and you want to get 11 minutes of cold exposure. Okay. And that's throughout the course of the week. So if you're coming in multiple times, usually 2 to 3 times a week, you can get that easily.
Wow. And you said there's full entertainment. So are people watching Netflix? Like what are we doing in there?
We got YouTube TV. We got all the stations. We're even coming up with a SweatHouz show, or not show, YouTube channel right now that'll have all kinds of cool stuff on it for people to watch and listen to.
Wow. So say I'm brand new, which I'm sure most, a good chunk of people that are going to listen to this are going to be like, hey, I've never heard of this. Maybe I'm, super interested. Say I'm coming in for the first time. I'm terrified, right? I've never done this before. And this is probably me. Like I've never cold plunged. I've maybe been in a sauna twice ever in my life. Like even being an athlete, like never at the gym, there would be a sauna. I would never go in it. So brand new to this. Like I'm terrified. Do you coach them through this?
Absolutely. So we ask all new guests to come in about 15 minutes before.
Okay.
And we give you a full tour. We show you everything, how everything works. We talk about what your goals are. What are you looking to get out of the session? Are you here for kind of physical recovery, mental health benefits? Are you trying to, do more in your life? So we talk about all of those things, and then we kind of help you figure out how you're going to get approach this. And so most people, I will say too, it's the first time they've ever done it.
Literally. I've never done any of this. I mean, I watch a lot of TikTok and videos on this. I watch people do cold plunge. I mean, I feel like especially during COVID times, it was like everybody was doing the cold plunge. Like that was like a whole thing. People were like cracking their ice blocks like out back like crazy. So I've watched a lot of people do this, but I've personally never, I think the closest thing I've ever done to this is like the ALS ice bucket challenge. So never really my strength, but like my husband played Division I athletics, and he's really into the sauna, and I know he's done some like ice baths before for recovery. So say I am like that CrossFit athlete, say I am somebody that, maybe I cold plunge at home, maybe I am, into this kind of stuff. What kind of benefits can someone like that see coming to you guys, like having like a more formal space to do all this? Yeah,
I think and as someone who has a cold plunge at home, I totally see the benefit in going somewhere else. So it's an hour away. If you've got kids, as we both do, if you've got work obligations, things like that, just being able to separate yourself and giving you that 1 hour of time alone is super big. And also from someone who has a cold plunge, it's a lot of upkeep.
It is
getting especially if you don't have like a big fancy one, like I mean, the ones that we have chlorine auto dosers and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But just to keep the water cold, keep it clean, refill it, all that stuff is a lot of work. So coming into us, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Takes the barrier away. Yeah. So you kind of touched on this. Why North Wilmington? I love North Wilmington. I've lived here now for 6 years. So back, in my 20s, I lived in Justice and Landing, Christina Landing, those places down there. Moved away for a little bit, but I love Wilmington. So my husband and I, we moved back here about 6 years, and just love the community. There's so much there. We're right by like a salad core, which is great. Orange Theory is right across the street. There's a lot of great kind of partner businesses that we've been able to work with. And so just having our first location too close to home has been nice. Be able to run over there.
Absolutely. I do it more than you'd think.
Trust me. Same. Same. So I get that. So, I mean, being close is obviously important. So you're also a mom. So mother of 3. How are you managing the, day-to-day of a new business, being a mom, school drop-offs? I'm sure your kids are in a million activities. Being a wife, how do you manage it all?
It's tough. I don't think I have like a good solution. Every day is a new challenge. It's hard, but I mean, my kids have been so good with it too. Like we talked about it as a family before we decided to kind of go forward with it, and we got their buy-in, and they help out. Like my kids we have a SweatHouz towel fold.
Nice.
All of our towels are folded in a very specific way. My kids know how to do it.
Cute.
So they're good helpers, and we all kind of work together.
Good. Yeah. So you're getting ready to open another location. So not just one, like we couldn't just open up one and see how it went. We were like, screw it. Let's go for 2.
Let's do 2 in 1 year.
So you're from Delco. So this will be more the Delaware County area, Media, Pennsylvania. Where is it going to be?
So it's at the Promenade at Granite Run. If you know where that is. So it's right there on Route 1. We're going to be next. It's in that new kind of apartment building that they're just finishing up. So we'll be next to a Wonder Food Hall.
Cool. Which is also on 202. We're getting one of those on 202. So I've never been to one of those. So that's a good location.
And High-Low House will be there as well.
I know. I just saw in the article when I was stalking you, High-Low House is also moving up there. That's crazy. And that's their second location.
So that it's going to be great. We're really excited. There's a lot of activity around there, a lot of new builds. So I think it's going to be a really, really cool spot.
And what's the ETA for that?
December.
We
We are actively in construction. We have, inspections this week, and then we have, drywall going up next week. So we're getting there. but yeah, December's kind of what we're targeting at this
Are
point.
you nervous not being so close to this location?
A little bit.
Not being able to jump over there in 2 minutes?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's not that far. It's like 20 25 minutes. But needing to drop off whatever needs to be dropped off in terms of supplies or anything else will be a little bit more difficult. Yeah. So we'll work around that. But
right. Well, that's so exciting. So prior to all of this, you were in the financial services industry. Obviously, Delaware is big for that. So I'm sure you crushed it in all the thousands of banks that we have here. But 15 years doing that, you said you were kind of getting like the itch of like, I'm not happy. This is not, fulfilling maybe anymore. What finally like pushed you over the edge of like, I've got to get out of this?
I think it was just like feeling like I wasn't helping anybody. Yeah. I was just going in, fighting the red tape every day, doing the things. But I wasn't actually making a difference. And just climbing that corporate ladder just was not rewarding. So I don't know if there was any one specific moment. I think it kind of creeped up over the course of a couple years. And I was just proactively looking for something else. And then when I found it, and I signed those papers, I was like, this is it. Yeah. So I waited a little bit until I quit just to make sure we were comfortable and things like that. But yeah, I don't regret it at all.
No, nope. I'm sure.
Not a day has gone by.
Way. Yeah. So I was working in corporate real estate prior to joining this team, and very, very similar. Like not rewarding. I was like, I'm helping rich people get richer. Yeah. That's how I felt. And meanwhile, my husband was helping, single moms buy their first houses and, really change people's lives. So I went through the same thing. I was like, this is not fulfilling. My life has more meaning than this. So yeah, I did have that day of like, I literally went in on a Friday and like quit my job on a whim. So maybe yours was a little less on a whim. But how was that day when you were like, you signed, maybe the day you signed the lease on your space or what was like would you say like your official, like this is official moment?
I think it was my last day. So I think as soon as I kind of, sent in my computer, because I was working from home at the time, sent it back in and all that stuff. And I was like, what am I going to do with this office now?
Yeah. What did you do with it?
Now it's like storage. Yeah. SweatHouz stuff everywhere.
But that was the day you were like, holy smokes, I did it. Yeah. So something I'm like really obsessed with is like this phenomena of like going all in, like betting on yourself. Where did that confidence come from? Like, was it you and your husband together? Was this all like, you feel like you've always had this like entrepreneur spirit? Like,
I feel like I've always wanted to have my own business. Like I remember being a little kid and thinking like, that's what I want to do when I get older.
So cool.
And it's just not being a real grown up and being able to, understand all the ins and outs of everything that goes into it. Just felt like it was the right time. And then also just, SweatHouz corporate, Jamie Weeks was a great kind of advocate. He said, I believe in you. I believe you can do this.
Heck yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
And being on their website, it's so cool. Like, it's like our locations that we opened this month or this quarter or whatever. So you can tell this is like a growing brand.
Yeah.
Like they're heavily invested in like growing this all over.
So SweatHouz North Wilmington was location number 50.
Wow.
And that was
that's pretty early on.
Yeah. And we're now at 70. I think when we open up SweatHouz Meta, we'll be right around the SweatHouz 100 mark.
Wow. And are all of them different, or is it the premise of like, hey, these are all going to feel the same?
They're very similar. So what happened with SweatHouz is, and we call it like the version 1.0. Okay. So this was before I started building mine. But SweatHouz 1.0, basically it was all just kind of rooms with saunas and then a couple of plunges in the back. And then we kind of saw the benefit of having it all in kind of like your own little spot. So then, SweatHouz 2.0s, which mine is one of them, has it like that. But in terms of like the feel and the look, they're all somewhat similar.
Yeah. And same like branding, same. Yeah. So do you guys do like swag and stuff or no, not yet?
A little bit. Yeah. And another thing that we do that's kind of fun is we actually have these like mobile cold plunges.
Okay.
And we bring them to events all over Wilmington.
Wow.
So like Charlie Run Club, which is meets right around here. We
were founding members of Charlie Run Club.
No way.
Yeah. So we helped start it and now we're a little less active with the kids and business and life. But it was originally like Charlie Run Club with walkers. So we were the walkers.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, Charlie Run Club's amazing. The first meeting was like 6 people.
Really?
Yeah.
It's huge now.
It's huge. And they've never missed a Tuesday. Never.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. So you'll come to that?
We'll come to things like that.
Wow.
Or like CrossFit competitions. We'll bring the mobile cold plunge. What else have we done?
But is that like still chlorine and all that? Like
we put bromine into those.
Okay, what's that? I don't know.
Bromine is like an alternative to chlorine, but it comes in like a
clean.
powder based. So it's good for kind of mobile use.
Yeah, I love that. Are there any like personal success stories or any client success stories that you would like to share of like someone that this like really impacted their life?
Yeah, so there's two that come to mind actually. So we have actually a doctor who has been coming to us since we opened, and he says that his blood pressure right now is the lowest it's been in 20 years.
Wow.
So just seeing like how holistically he's been able to kind of master that and get through it has been really cool. And then we've got another lady she used to have horrible arthritis. She was on medication for that, and by coming in and cold plunging, she has actually been able to get off all of her arthritic medication. Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah, so it's been fun, and it's just been good to be able to kind of
you're helping
see people get better.
Yeah, and you're like, coming from the financial services industry, like to go to like actually physically health wise helping people.
Yeah,
that's so rewarding. Like
it is. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like be able to put your head on a pillow at night and be like, wow, somebody's blood pressure is lower today because of my business. That's amazing. So say there's someone that's listening to this and they're like, I can just do my own cold plunge at home, or, I go to the YMCA, I have my own, sauna there. Like I'm good, right? Like I don't need to go take the extra step to go somewhere like this. What's something you would say to like put them over the edge of like, hey, just come try us out?
Just come try us out. There's, we've got an intro offer right now. It's just $30. You get your own private room.
That's it?
Yeah. For your intro. Yep.
That's so cheap.
Yeah.
That's like one trip to Wawa for my family.
Exactly. And it's just nice to have your own space away from home.
Yeah.
To be able to kind of do this stuff as a treat for yourself.
Yeah. I love that. So that's your main promo.
Yeah.
So will you guys have anything like going to the holidays?
Yeah. So $30 is your intro session. And then right now we also have a fall promo going on where if you do sign up for a membership, not only do you get half off your first month membership, but you also get 2 free +1 passes.
Wow.
So you can bring 2 people along with you to kind of, do it together. A lot of people like to do it as like a date night or as like hang out with a friend kind of thing.
Yeah. What are your hours?
So weekdays we're 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and then on the weekends.
That's late.
I know.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends we're 8 to 6.
Oh, wow. That's great hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great date night. Yeah, there are pregnancy restrictions.
Yeah, so with the infrared sauna,
I have a lot of pregnant friends.
With the infrared sauna, it's different than like your traditional kind of like steam sauna, where you're just sitting in a hot box of air. It actually heats you from the inside out, so it's definitely not good to do if you're pregnant.
Got it. So hard pass on the pregnancy.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. But date night maybe after the fact.
Yeah.
No, I love that idea as a date night. So our teammate Connor, his girlfriend Bree is like a fitness influencer. She's actually super involved with like the Karma walks, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to make them as part of this.
Yes.
Come in for a date night because they would be super fun. Because you do content like Courtney Petit Yogi. She's done content with you guys. We know Jackie who works there. So like you guys are big on the content. So we love that.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. So we got to get Bree Finding Balance in for some content. If you're down, we're going to send her.
Please.
She's our girl. So we're going to send her probably right before this is posted.
I love it.
We're going to make her come make some content. And we'll make Connor take her on a date there. I wish Connor was here so I could have him chime in on that. But yeah, this sounds like a cute date night idea.
Yeah.
Just a nice place. Or like girls' night, like mom's night. Like if I went with one of my girlfriends, like, hey, we need a break from the kids. Like, let's just go in. Would you get dinner before or after? After.
I do after. Yeah. But we're right by like El Camino is right there.
Everything is right there.
Taverna, so
literally
everything. Stuff.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. This has been so fun.
Thank you for having me.
Is there anything you want to leave us with? I know you guys have like a general social media page. Anything website wise? Like how can people get in contact with you?
Yeah, just come check us out. We've got an app as well if you want to book an appointment through there. But you can always just call us or drop in, and we are here to help you out.
Good. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Another awesome episode of Life on the Ave. Thank you to Carrie Ratz for coming in, and we'll see you next week.